Hello, beautiful ones. How are you doing today? Welcome. I'm sorry I'm 5 minutes late, but I'm here and I'm happy to be here. So let me know who's there. And again, I might not have your name, so be kind if you have not followed the StreamYard link completely at the end of the description, and that actually gives StreamYard the authorization to use your name. So I'm just going to just put the music a little bit lower. AJ, hello, beautiful one. Beautiful one. I see your name. You gave your authorization. So wonderful. I'm just probably going to change my microphone. So, no, it's the right one. So wonderful, and welcome to today's conversation, transmission. Still, I would love us to really welcome the energies from a really heart-centered posture, position. And hello, Lee, how you doing? Happy to see you here. Thank you for adding your name at the end. And so I really would want us to really receive whatever is going to come through today from a space of open-heartedness. So you do not just receive what's going to come through today from your mind, from a mental perspective. There will be some data, there will be some channeled information coming through. I do realize now that when I put myself into a really meditative state and really open state before I come live, even through a conversation, a lot of activation can come through. So let's allow this experience to be profoundly riveting and changing for you and somehow activating. Today, and that's my mistake, yesterday I went live in our group and I said that we would talk about your soul purpose, which is actually next time. Let me see my planner on Facebook. So the next event, on Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, we are talking about your Lightworker mission. Today it's more your path, your journey. And I have so many interesting things to talk about that do connect to that specific topic. But before I dive in a little bit deeper, why don't we close our eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose and release completely. I know light language wants to come through. I will let it come through before we enter the conversation itself. And feel that you are completely surrounded by beautiful white light. Yes. This beautiful white light is automatically connecting to your different energy centers, chakras. And you might see it in your own way. You might see that through the bubble of white light, little beams of light are reaching different areas of your body. It could be the hands, it could be, you can see it's like connecting. So see this happening, and it's not just the main chakras, it's different areas of your body, and let them connect to those centers. As some of us have really dominant and really powerful and activated centers, but some are a little bit weaker because they're holding an outdated energy or some kind of beliefs or stagnation, and these might require some cleansing. And it will happen today. It will happen today through a verbal transmission. There will be words, there will be sentences, topics that will connect to one area of your body, and you will feel that it's shifting. You will feel that the topic that will be shared is somehow connecting to one area of your body, or maybe more than one. And how will you know? Well, your body will feel either warmer, or you will have a sense that suddenly an area of your body is expanding, like warmth is expanding, or it could be that you start to have shivers. When you have shivers, usually it means that you are integrating something. So try to connect the physical emotions, or I should say more the physical reactions, to the topic we're speaking about, because that will be a hint for you. That will be a sign that, oh, I'm being upgraded on that specific topic right now. And that topic was connected to one area of my body, and that area is also receiving some kind of upgrades. So take the time to really feel the white light, again, that is always connected to your higher self and star team. Feel this white light connecting to your physical body, to your energy centers. All right, beautiful ones? Let's do this. Kari ik umurtaratsie. Shoronil yaka. Bu I atatish ikharidar ilahrigatius. Sini hata dietari Allah dietis shus it apari ni liliatir. Mutariaka. Na 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 na. Yeah. Rumiate. Niet. Yeah. Laka. What the? Okay, beautiful ones. Take a deep breath in through the nose, release through the mouth. One deep breath. And you may decide through this transmission to keep your eyes open or closed, or open them. It's up to you. I know that some people, when they keep their eyes closed, images come through and it's easier for them to connect to what's happening within while they hear the words. You may try this. You may decide to try to see if that's how it's working for you. But anytime, open, close your eyes, it's all fine. Today we're talking about, and I know channeling information, channeled information will come through. We're talking about your path, your cosmic path. Monday, we're talking about your Lightworker mission, which is really a specific aspect of your existence here. And before I talk about this, I just want to share with you, and it is connected to today's topic. And again, anytime, please comment, ask questions, talk about your own experience. It's not a monologue. It's really a conversation we're having together, and that feeds the conversation when I can read your feedback and your insights. Two things. Since I'm launching the Revealing the Great Shift experience starting in August, I had a lot of people who wanted to talk to me, and most of the time, and it's great, we're doing that via Messenger, meaning we're having a conversation. It's not just a little email and you know, it's not a cold conversation. It's really personalized conversation, and it's wonderful because it allows me to see where people who are ready to dive in deeper are at right now. And I would say that most of the people who are reaching out to me are at a point, and let me know if that's what you are, that's where you're connected. So I received a wonderful message. Hi, my love. I don't know who it is. Could it be Valeska? Could it be somebody else? Let me know. Those people who are contacting me have developed some kind of intuitive powers, some kind of heightened intuition. Let me know if that's where you are right now. What is lacking for them? It's direction. a sense of destination, a sense of where am I right now? So let me know if that's your situation. So again, you could have been a light worker, a healer working with your powers for 10 years, 5 years, 10 months, whatever. At this point, it's not important. Energies are shifting so much that even a seasoned light worker might find that they're completely lost in where they're supposed to go. I'm just going to read Krista's message here. Yes, I'm trying to move within the next month and don't know where I'm going, but I know it's time. You are summarizing exactly what people are telling me right now. So thank you, Krista. That's why you see your comments are so crucial. It's exactly that. And Krista, I don't know if you, I probably have forgotten if you're somebody who's already using her gifts, but I think you are. So either way, it doesn't matter. It's becoming irrelevant to hang on to a process or a power you used to use to practice in a way that was successful even a month ago, even 10 years ago. Actually, those who resist, we have very, very potent light workers, so healers, channelers, teachers, card reader, energy healers, Reiki practitioners who have been successful, renowned, and they're like, what's happening now? And you might even see if they're really listening to the calling, their offerings are completely changing. They're not presenting themselves in the world the same way. Some are still trying to offer their services the same way, and they realize that it doesn't work. I have been in this period too, where I was repeating the same process and it doesn't work. So we are in these energies right now. So those people who are contacting me pretty much have the same question. And of course, they're asking me, can the program you're offering answer these needs? And yes, because it was created for these times. And again, it's not Natalie who created them, who created the content. It's really divine energies. So it does answer that need. But beyond that conversation, there's such a sense of rebirth. There's such a sense of return to source, using a different timeline, using a different path. And this path is a highway. It's not a little trail, or it's not just a road that a few light workers were taking. It's a highway. So if you're one of those who are holding on to their gifts and the way they used to, of course, share them, that will shift a lot. Hello, beautiful Anna. I'm really happy to see you here too. Beautiful. So your cosmic path is taking on another turn right now. Your cosmic path is really connected to your understanding of your multidimensionality. It is a term that you will hear. I have used it for years, and now I see that a lot of people, I don't say that they're using it because I'm using it, but because I'm fresher in this, intuitive realm. When I say fresher, I've just clearly shared my gift for the past 4 or 5 years. So I'm still a newbie compared to so many who have done that for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, even 10 years. So for me, the notion of multidimensionality was directly imprinted in the way I express myself. But for those who have been in this realm for quite a while, they're starting to use this because they realize that there's no separation between the third dimension and the fifth dimension. The fourth is that in between that we cross as we rise into higher perspectives. So people realize right now that the fifth dimension is so present in our reality that it's easy for us to go from one dimension to another. And how do you know you're in the third or in the fifth? And I don't want to repeat myself, as I did talk about that in yesterday's spontaneous conversation. But what happens is that you know you're connected to the fifth dimensional reality when you feel you're at the right place. And if I go back to Krista's comment, which is actually a wonderful summary of what light workers are going through right now, I know something is moving. I don't know fully what and where, but it's the time. Just that feeling is the fifth dimensional feeling. And that makes you feel good. That makes you feel that you're at the right place. That makes you feel that something good is going to happen. That is some kind of inner revelation that will rise within you. You know you're in 5D when what is unknown is still as pleasant and exciting as what is known and mastered. They want me to repeat this. You know you're in 5D when what is unknown is as exciting and pleasant and feeling safe in this feeling than when you master and understand what you're doing. So today's conversation is really about your cosmic path. Your cosmic path is simply your journey. Your path is, Anna says, she's in the fifth dimension. Yes, yes. And I'm happy you're feeling this. The reality, though, is that right now humans are really traveling between the fifth, the fourth, and the third. And it's fine. Because a fifth dimensional being, like 24-hour vibrating in a fifth dimensional reality, might not feel super, how could I say that, connected with technology or connected to different third dimensional tools. But Anna, you're right in one thing, on one topic, is that we will all reach a moment where it will be so easy to go from one reality to the other. And the third dimensional reality won't feel heavy for us. And if you have attained this, then I bow in front of you, because you're becoming the ideal beacon of light for others. A person who is really feeling comfortable. And I think I talked about that also in the other group we had open for a while. It's like, yeah, okay, the computer doesn't work today. I have to cancel my appointment or whatever it is. I'm fine with it. I'm okay. There's no struggle. There's no delays. It's all fine. And a person who's really immersed in the fifth dimensional reality won't see that as a struggle or as an obstacle. That person will see it as a redirection, like the GPS telling you, rerouting. You know, like we are changing your road, your way of getting to your destination, and you accept everything. It doesn't feel like a struggle. But again, everything is kind of being mixed right now. I haven't met, and it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Maybe I'm not supposed to meet these people right now, and I'm sensed like I'm being corrected right now. There are human beings on this planet right now, or fully adapted to the third dimensional reality, and they are completely fifth dimensional beings, meaning nothing really alters their sense of centeredness and their balance and their focus. So they do exist. But most of us right now, we're going through all of these dimensions. So understanding your cosmic path, it's understanding who you are as a human being. and what is your baggage, if you still have a baggage, and being totally honest with this, not trying to hide, not trying to say, I'm a channeler, I'm a light worker, I master everything, and not being fully clear and transparent around the different experiences you're going through. I wouldn't say struggles, as people might not call them struggles, but it is important that you come back and you simply share that you are also going through a learning process. Anna says, yeah, she's still working on herself, I'm sorry. Yes, and that's it. It's being authentic. It's being authentic and knowing that there are different elements humans need to work on, and that includes light workers. It's emotional wounding. I don't think there's a human being right now, unless I'm being told that the newborns right now are, depending, of course, on where they're being born. They're telling me that a lot of newborn are really born with not much karmic baggage and not much emotional baggage. They're in the right family, they'll be supported. So for them, the journey will be quite different. But if I'm talking to adult light workers, right now, everybody has an emotional baggage to kind of review. That's part of the cosmic path. That's part of the journey. That's part of your mission as a human being to learn something. So you may have experienced some kind of emotional struggles in your life and trauma. And it doesn't always mean that it doesn't mean that it's always karmic. It doesn't mean that you have done something or you haven't resolved something in a past life and you're here to finalize this. It could be for some of us. And again, we have seen this. If you were part of the Revealing the Great Shift immersion, the free group on Facebook, then we had a few examples of sessions where people were invited to clear these karmic blockages. But sometimes you're going through an emotional block simply because you need to remember what humanity is going through right now. And what humanity is going through so you can understand them. So that won't happen. I can tell you that in the future, there won't be any need to suffer. So you can understand what suffering is. You will have this such wide energy and radiant energetic impact on others that you won't need to know what is suffering on the planet. You will kind of sense it, so you won't have to live it. But still, a lot of us need to go through emotional clearing, karmic clearing. Again, anything connected to a past life that hasn't been resolved, that hasn't been fully completed, and you're carrying this this baggage or this unresolved lesson in this life. That is possible. You may have energy blockages, and all this needs to be understood. And most of the time, if you're still feeling those blockages, they're holding a lesson. They're holding a lesson that will help you become the strong, solid, clear, empowered light worker you're meant to be. So again, I go back to what Krista says and said, because it was exactly perfect and perfectly summarized. I know something is shifting. I know it's moving within me and it's happening right now, but I don't know really where to go and how to play with those energies. And just know that even those blockages, or these, I shouldn't say blockages, those moments of not knowing what's happening, it's going to happen, is already integrating a lesson, is already you unlocking your next steps. We cannot go faster than what we can integrate. We cannot go faster than all the work we have done on ourselves. And we cannot, definitely not go faster than what the energies are allowing us to integrate right now. A lot of us would not be able to really receive massive 5D energies. The body would not hold that. So they're very kind with us, our higher selves and star team. They're really allowing this to go at a certain pace. For some of you, it will be slower. Some people will say, I know it's going to change. I know I'm shifting to another kind of mission, another kind of journey, but I'm not ready to dive deep. People are asking me that about my upcoming program. Will it require a lot of work? Is it like deep emotional work? And I'm like, no, I think it should not be more than 2 hours of kind of interaction with me or watching the video per week, which is totally reasonable. As for the inner work, there's no way I can predict how far and how deep this will go, because you're a unit being with a karmic imprint and an emotional imprint. All I can say is that I will hold you. And I still hold people, whether they're in the program or not. It's just that I'm there a bit more often and I can personalize the work I'm doing with these people. But if you're not ready to see the wounded aspect of yourself, you're slowing down the process. And there will be a time you will need to do this. Again, it's not to scare you. It's not to warn you. It's definitely not my kind of message here. It's just that to elevate yourself to higher dimensions, you need to say goodbye to what holds you back in the third dimension. Holds you back doesn't mean disappearing, it means what keeps you in those moments of stagnation. Angie, hello, you're not too late. You're perfect. You can catch the beginning later if you want to. So right now, it's just about seeing how much you're willing to enter the vortex of these new energies. Not everybody is shifting. That is 100% happening to everyone. Now some people will be, it's again, we're on a highway right now. There's no way we can take the slow road anymore. But on a highway, you have those service roads where you want to go as fast as the highway, but you still want to be able to slow down when you want to. Some people right now are on the service road simply because they want to have a look at the highway. I'm on the highway. Who's on the highway right now? And who's on the service road? Again, no judgment. It's just for you to find out exactly where you are on your cosmic journey. So if you're on the highway, things are going fast and you do not refuse any kind of invitation to grow, evolve. You listen to your guidance. If you're being called to do something, you just enter the experience. And yes, and those of you who are on the service road, it's already great because it's going faster than a side road, than a small little path and trail and whatever. On the service road, you're just watching the other ones going faster. You're watching people like me talking about what is going and to happen and what is happening, but they're not ready to enter the highway. They're not ready to just infiltrate the vortex. But just the fact that you're on the service road is wonderful because you see, you're just being here is just amazing because you see, you have somebody who's describing what's happening and you're like, should I get in or not? I'm not ready. It's fine. Yes, you're on the highway. So on the highway doesn't mean things are clearer. It just means that you don't resist the change. You're just right in it. So your cosmic path is what you have to do to heal yourself. That's your personal mission, your personal journey. like just for you. Healing emotional wounds, so you understand a little bit more about yourself, about your ancestors, about collective beliefs that you may have inherited, so you can understand what most people are experiencing. So your own healing, your own ability to dive deep and see what you're experiencing right now will help others. That is definite. So I understand that sometimes it can be scary and you want to know how far all this can go. Just know that when people are working with me, the vortex is held by high vibrational being. There's nothing dark. There's nothing you cannot elevate yourself from. That is, it's such a, it protected space. It's just a beautiful space. So if you feel that you don't want to do it alone, and I can understand, because I did not do all of this alone. There were times where I dealt with it on my own and I was like, whoa, what is happening? And then I needed to really be alone for a while. And then I had to reemerge and start to ask for guidance. There will be times where you cannot do that alone. Please don't believe that that is a journey where you should master everything on your own. It's impossible. Impossible. Too many things are happening at once that right now, those who still have some emotional wounds to clear, some karmic stuff to clear, they might all come in one block, and it might be hard for the ego, for the brain to fully understand this. So just know that find some support, find a family of light workers, and just get that support. There's a difference between your life purpose, which is what I explained, what you have to learn, what you have to integrate, what you have to let go of. And there's the light worker mission, which we'll talk about on Monday, which is a mission that includes your own evolution, but is of course oriented for the collective. That's where your own healing becomes a beacon of light for others. But you understand that it is important that you take care of yourself. So, and it's not trying to look perfect to others. Actually, that would not be authentic, and that would not help you. You would live in an illusion, and that won't serve you, and that won't serve definitely not the ones who are working with you. So we're not here to pretend we're rich. We're not here to pretend we never have any issues. I can tell you that I'm going through my own stuff right now, and there's not a single day where I feel like, okay, we shift things around, and it's happening to everyone. But you need to, today we're really connecting to your earth self. So you make peace with your earth self, and you understand that your earth self might be scared. Your earth self is my way of describing the ego, so the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And I worked as a hypnotherapist for a long time, so I know how tricky their guidance can be, their kind of dialogue, their kind of conversation with you can be. And we need to listen to them, as they're holding the source of most of our blockages and beliefs. We need to look at that aspect. That's how we are built as humans. We are still built with that kind of programming that will dissolve. But for those of us who are born with this, you need to work with this, and that's important. And to help you on this journey is the other aspect of you. So the ego self is you right now, that part of you who needs to feel safe, who needs to feel secure, who needs to have almost a promise that things will unfold a certain way, that I'm jumping in, I'm going on the highway only if I have some kind of confirmation that it's all safe, that everything will be beautiful, and it's not working like that. So it's important that you connect to your higher self. Your higher self will answer back the fears of the ego. It will calm it down. Your higher self will just be there and send you all the guidance, the people, the books, the oracle cards that will just talk to your ego and will calm it down. So I invite you right now to simply close your eyes and connect to the tools you already have, which are, again, your higher self and star team. They will help understand what needs to be healed within you. You cannot delay self-healing. That's why every time I work with people in a group setting or in one-on-one setting, if emotional blockages, karmic, ancestral, and energetic blockages come to the surface, we are dealing with them. And as soon as we deal with them, as soon as you deal with them, you automatically raise your frequency. Your channeling becomes clearer. Your intuitive abilities become more powerful. You're rising. So we just don't rise solely by channeling, by meditating, by only thinking of galactic, cosmic, and higher self content and guidance. We also raise our vibration when we decide to clearly look within and ask our higher self, where is the wound? Where is the hurt? Where is the disharmony? I'm on the highway, but am I on the highway still holding on to a belief that things should be a certain way? Am I still carrying on some collective beliefs around what it means to be a light worker in this world? Do I still hear my family, my friends, my colleagues, my neighbors, my partner speaking in my mind and blocking me? I know a lot of light workers are experiencing some kind of disconnect with the notion of abundance. And that's why my first program was called The Abundant Light Worker. And we will talk about that again. Of course, it's part of a very important collective belief that light workers, because they are downloading a gift or downloading many gifts, are not meant to charge or not much, regardless of the amount of hours you might put into this and the amount of hours and investment in self growth, in intuitive development, in anything you have invested so you can become who you are and who you will become. I'm working with a lot of light workers who are developing their process, and that is also part of manifesting your true nature as a light worker. It's how am I going to share that with the world? So I'm not going to talk about that today, because that's another layer, that's another part. But how many of you feel that this notion of abundance is still some kind of a notion or a belief in the back of your mind? And when we talk about abundance, it's not just, okay, money, it's also the amount of powers, it's also receiving clarity for yourself. It's everything. How many of you feel that it's not accessible for you personally? And again, this comes in, and I didn't think I was going to talk about that, but this comes in because it's connected to your personal blocks. It means that there's a collective belief that is associated to everyone working with intuitive abilities, whatever your job is. And those who are rising into this still feel that we don't fully belong to the system, which could be a good thing, as we're not fully challenged by it. And at the same time, we know we are unlocking this power of manifesting. So this will come as you rise into your powers. This will come as an access to all that is possible. And abundance is, of course, anything that you see and can access and work with and play with and use and transform. What we're doing right now while you're working on yourself is that we're also rewriting the energetics, the beliefs around what it means to be an intuitive being. In 10 years from now, and actually they're correcting me way earlier than that, people will be so proud to say, I'm a light worker. No way. What are you doing? How did you do it? Yes. And I will read your comment. It's harder for us right now, and it's an important conversation. I know it's not a beautiful star galactic cosmic conversation, but I can assure you, beautiful ones, that if we're not talking about what is still in our field, that is coming from the system and from our childhood and potentially past lives, you will never grow as fast and as far as you are meant to be. Hello, beautiful ones. I know some people are joining us, and thank you for being here. So again, it's a tough thing to be a pioneer. It's a tough thing to be a human being who is like, I know I'm a light worker, I know I have intuitive powers, but I don't know where this is fully leading. I know I still need to master things. You are changing things completely for yourself and others. And that is asking so much courage, but that also means that you need to answer some questions you may have about yourself, about your journey, about where you're going. And we're not, myself, sometimes I need to have a conversation with some of my colleagues and to help me decipher what I'm going through. We're not yet at a place where everything comes clear. I know some people can do it, and I probably think that most of you can channel that for yourself. But we're in a place where community is so important. Yeah, learning to surrender. So I'm just going to read what you guys wrote. I'm tapping into so much abundance, but money is a source of abundance that I feel is not tapped into it. That's why money is such a thing, is such a belief. I'm just waiting for them to give me the right word. It's a field of energy that can bring the best and the worst in everyone and each one of us. And I'm sure you heard money is energy. You give, you'll receive, you invest, you'll receive back. And it's true in a certain way. It doesn't mean that it makes it easy for all of us to welcome it. But the thing is that money is indeed energy. But the way humanity and the system has programmed it is the way they want us to feel about empowerment. Money is a privilege. That's not my message. It's society's message. The more you make, the more you're worth. And the more you make, the more you deserve. It's all about this. So you understand that if we don't make as much money as we want to, and it's important for light workers. I'm sorry, we're kind of talking about that topic, but it is an important topic because there's such a strong belief that light workers don't make money, should not make money. It's crazy. So many beliefs we need to erase. And you will be part of those, of the group who will completely dismantle those beliefs around money for light workers and for society. So if money, based on the system's definition of it, is something you deserve, something you need to work for, It's something that only a certain people will accumulate in a very interesting quantity. You need to work hard to get it. You need to be part of the system. You need to have studied a long time in order to get a job that is bringing a lot of money. This is all programs. But we were born, we're all adults here, so we were born in a time where our parents, our grandparents, our family, and everyone around us believed in this programming. So right now, you are the courageous light workers who are dismantling this. You're those who are meant to also play with abundance, who are meant to play with money in a way that you do not need to have a bachelor degree. You do not need to have work 50 hours. You do not need to prove anything to anyone to make a decent amount of money. And as soon as you dismantle this, and it might take a few weeks, it might take a few months to completely clear this, but as soon as you dismantle this, clients will come, opportunities will come. You will create something that people will want. But it's not to focus on money. You don't focus on money specifically. You manifest on, and that's the topic of the day, your cosmic path. The idea is not to show up in the world saying, I need more money right now. I have an abundance of powers. I have an abundance of clarity around where I'm supposed to go, but I don't have the funds. Or if I need help, I don't have the funds to even find the help I need. And the courage you will put into disconnecting from the mainframe is what would set you free and will bring abundance on all levels. Money is a trigger because humans have decided to make this topic a trigger. So we can feel that we are either at the top, in the middle, or at the bottom. Either way, the middle and the bottom are also seen as the followers. So becoming your authentic, intuitive self, your multidimensional self, should be your main focus. I don't say please disregard money. I'm the first one who needs money too. We're all in that boat. But as soon as you're clear around one, your cosmic path, what you need to clear, what you need to heal, and you're ready to do it. Once you are clear around the connection with your higher self and starting, meaning that you really trust what they're telling you, you really trust what they're sending your way, and you are following their guidance, then you are understanding your soul purpose. That gives you a sense of confidence. Anybody could tell you, yeah, well, I'm not sure I like what you're sharing, or I'm not sure that you really see through clear me. You saw clear me through me. I'm not sure that your work is really what I need. Or it's like, okay, perfect. I'll be there for you if you need me. So it's a sense, all the work I just explained, if you are entering this work, this journey on working on self, inner self, earth self, and cosmic self, the confidence you will radiate around you will bring the money energy to you. It means that people will say yes, people will say no to what you have to offer based on their own connection to money, to their own connection of worth, because money is not what you're lacking. Self-worth is what we're lacking when money is not coming the way we want to. Because you're not clear about your journey. You're not clear about how you're supposed to use your powers. You're not clear about how you're going to offer your powers to others, your service, and you're not clear about your process. You're not clear fully about who you are. So how can you speak truly about what you receive from the cosmic realities and what is coming through you if there's a sense of, what if it's not really, I'm not really fully understanding what I'm receiving? What if nobody really needs what I have to offer? These little doubts that are talking in the background, and they're really coming from a subconscious aspect of us. It could be, again, karmic, energetic, emotional, ancestral, but all these different blocks are speaking through one unique voice, and it's the voice of lack of self-worth. So you're not lacking money, you're not lacking great relationships, you're not lacking friends, you're not lacking direction, focus, clarity. You're lacking self-worth. And as soon as you embody your unique cosmic self, your unique exuberance, your unique originality, then you are authentic anywhere you go, in whatever you share. You're not like, I'm sorry, I'm the only one who's channeling this. Sometimes I find myself doing this, and I'm like, yeah, I might be the only one, or maybe there are others. And I'm like, no, Natalie, refrain. This is what's coming through you. It's not really Natalie that is trying to talk about Natalie. It's Natalie talking about what she's receiving. Who am I to judge what I'm receiving? Who am I to even hold back on what is coming through? But it's coming through Natalie, and Natalie has a personality. She likes to be dressed like that. She likes to use those colors. She has an accent. She has her colors. So she's channeling the divine, representing the divine in her own way. And if I doubt when people say, oh, Natalie, I'm not ready to work with you, or Natalie, it's funny, what you're channeling doesn't resonate with me, or I don't like what you're saying. I don't even like the way you present yourself. If every time, I don't receive much of this, but I do. And if that stops me from seeing the real value of what I offer, then of course I would charge $20. I would charge $30. I have to admit that you have to be bold and courageous to say, even when you doubt a little bit your worth and your impact on others, that you still have to come back. You still have to say, no, I have some clients who told me the impact. I have measured it. I feel it in me. So your impossibility yet to see what I can offer to you is not based on me. It's based on what you see in me. So you don't see the complete aspect of what I can offer, and it's fine. No judgment. The ones, and look, I do receive comments. I'll be honest with you. I have people will tell me, Natalie, right now, it's not what I need, or I cannot afford it, and I wish it could be more affordable. And I have others, and that is, again, from the conversation I had recently, and I have people who are saying, Natalie, what you're offering so much free content that what you're offering and what you're charging cannot encompass fully what you can, the outcomes you can provide. So you have people who see your value, and then money they will invest in you is the best investment they can make in themselves, not in me. You're not investing in me. We're not investing in you when we are working with you. We're investing in ourselves, but we have decided that you will be the person who will help us invest in ourselves. You know, when people are working with you, they're just investing in themselves, but they want you to hold them as they rise. This is all it is. Yes. Thank you, beautiful ones. I don't know who it is. This is a truth we all go through. Yes, totally. So I don't know, Angie, if that answers your question or your comment, if it's the kind of feedback you were hoping to get. But again, if money is not coming the way you want, always ask why, where, and it's not to blame you. It's to see how you are. The question should be, am I fully embodying my powers? Am I fully and authentically presenting myself to the world with everything that is coming through me? Or do I still feel that my powers are me? And it's funny, when I take my showers lately, the upgrades I'm receiving are amazing. It's like when I channel, like right now, I would say that 80% of what's coming through is channeled. It's like, it doesn't feel that I'm channeling, but I'm channeling, and I know it because my gaze goes somewhere else and I feel a lot lighter. If I had to have this, and thank you, Angie, if I had to talk about it, it would be a lot denser conversation. So I'm happy that they're talking through me. But I understand, I totally understand that will shift. That will shift. The energy around abundance will shift. But you need, again, to dive deep and find out what creates that lack of understanding of who you are completely and the impact you can have on others. Because I can tell you, even if you're going through a period where money's not coming as much as you want, or abundance of what you wish you had, there's always a lesson to learn. And the lesson is, okay, am I meant to not work this way? Am I meant to present myself differently because it's still a little bit blurred and I'm still not holding my complete purest language yet? The way I'm showing to the world is not fully refined yet, and it could need some refinement. Do I need to work on myself? Usually there's that. There's, okay, what do we need to entangle that is still connected? And most of the time it will be collective and family stuff, mainly around money and relationship. So abundance of beautiful relationships with clients, with partners, love partners, friendships. It's mainly this. So unfortunately, it's almost telling me that I should add a full session around abundance. And I think I'll do this. So for those of you who are joining the Revealing the Great Shift experience, I will add a session on abundance, because I do feel that there's such a misconception. And again, it's hard because money is a measure of worth. It's like, I make a lot of money, so I'm worth it. How many people are judging others because, oh, she's only making, I don't know, $500 here and there, or she's just charging, or he's just charging, so probably he's not good, you know, or probably he doesn't own his powers. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah. So today's connection, and even though we touched about the topic about money and all that and abundance, and I think it's a topic I need to talk about, and I did in my previous programs, and if I feel it's really something my students need to work on, we will talk about it. So I will definitely ask them, and we will do a complete recalibration around that, so we can see where there's a block, why it's not coming in. It's true that society is going through a hard time right now. People are struggling, so they might not invest in your services the same way. So either we need to present things differently, but if you are very confident about who you are and what you're sharing and the impact you have on others, you will always find people, and people will always find you, and they will resonate with your energy, and they'll say, this is the person I want to work with. This is the person I want to work with as I develop my intuitive powers. And even though I might see some aspect of myself that are not healed, I would like that person to be there when all this seems like unknown to me. And you are somebody else healer or healers. If I'm talking to the whole group, you're somebody else channeler, you're somebody else coach and mentor. Just know this. It's just that they haven't seen you yet. They don't know fully who you are, maybe because you're holding back. So when you connect to your higher self and your star team, just know that your self-worth gives you, or I shouldn't say that. I should say it, as soon as you connect to your higher self and your star team, they confirm things you sense within you. And what your earth self has to do, something your higher self cannot do, is to take action. Meaning, if you're sensing that you're supposed to reorganize the way you're talking about yourself or the way you present your services, you have to do it. And when you do it, based on this divine guidance you have received, you're strengthening your connection with your team and your higher self. It's like rising up to another level of connection, and that is unlimited. You never reach a complete connection with your higher self when nothing else can be upgraded. That does not exist. I mean, have we reached yet the 12th dimension? No. So we're still stuck somewhere between the third, the fourth, and the fifth. We're just having little incursion in the fifth. And your higher self is moving within the fifth and sixth dimension. So you will continue to upgrade yourselves. But the only way for you to continue to upgrade and not feel rocked by external energies, because there's your own growth, there's Gaia's growth, there's humanity's growth, there's the star system's growth, there's galactic collective growth, and we all affect each other. So you can work on yourself. You are also receiving external and collective growth. And when all this meets, you have to find your own center. This. How can I evolve while humanity is evolving, while Gaia is evolving, and find your place in all this? So it's a constant evolution. And that's why I posted on my profile page on Facebook the keywords, and I will expand this. The keywords are community in 2025. I'm not the only one who's talking about 2025. I actually discovered that today. I'm not always checking what other channelers are saying, but whenever I scroll and I just see a title that feels like interesting, I'll listen to the first minutes. And I did, and I realized, oh my God, in the first minute, somebody, actually a very important channeler, and I can say the name, it's Lee Harris, in an interview he had with another guy, another channeler on YouTube. And he's like, I was so like, he's talking about 2025 also as a key gate. So right now, everything we're doing right now we have a year and a half, is just preparing us. So he didn't get into the details because and he said it. It's so interesting. He said exactly the way I said it. I do not have the details to tell you exactly what 25 is going to be, 2025. And it's the same here. Why? Because there's a full year and a half to work on ourselves. What they want us, that's why we're pushed, those of you who are light sharers, the push that Krista was talking about, the push that I know there's still something blocked, I'm not sure where, but I know a change is coming up. That's where they want us. They're pushing people who are teachers, who are healers to be out there and help others, because we need to be ready for what's going to happen. I know 2025 will be a lot easier for light workers who are in service, who are the ones who are doing the job right now. Because if you're doing the job right now, yes, it's a year and a half. It's doesn't mean it will take you a year and a half to strengthen all the different elements. Again, strengthening your connection with your higher self and starting healing yourself, opening your heart so you connect to the highest of the energies, understanding your soul purpose and developing your process, and blah, blah, blah. This is what we have to do, correcting. This is what we're invited to do until 2025. So you may decide to take a year and a half, or you may decide to do it in a shorter period so you can actually start to harvest the fruits of what you have worked on so hard. Yes, we will harvest the fruits. And those who are working hard on themselves right now will harvest massively in 2025. This is what I have received for light workers on a collective energy. As soon as I'm starting to channel this, and I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty sure I will channel what's coming in 2025, either in the Revealing the Great Shift experience starting on August 2, or in my private community called the Multidimensional Lightworker Community. These are two different vortexes. You can be in both or one or the others. And please feel free, if ever that interests you, feel free to contact me. But I'm pretty sure that once I will connect in one of those two groups, I will know a bit more about what's coming in 2025. But they want to prepare us. That's why they're pushing people like me to tell you, wake up. Wake up. upgrade what is rising within you, and do not stay in that limbo period of, I know it's rising, I don't know what, and I'm waiting. I mean, I'm not the kind of person who will encourage you to wait when the energies are pushing us. At the same time, I'm not attracting light workers who are dormant, who are waiting for divine changes to happen. I'm an activator. So, of course, I'm talking to people who just need to be activated and are just ready to take this action step to just jump into their next expression, their next intuitive upgrade. So, do you have questions around your cosmic path? Do you have questions around? Today, we're really talking about your journey as a human being. Your cosmic path is your light worker mission, but it's also your human mission. You are going to impact the world. We'll talk about that Monday when we'll talk about your light worker mission. So you really understand how you're going to shift things by shifting your life. 420 or 444. Yes, it's 1244 here. Yes. I guess that's Sam, because you're in Brazil. So I think we have a 4-hour difference. And so let's go step by step, but let's not remain still. Let's continue to develop our intuitive powers and continue to grow. And at the same time, let's surf with the actual energies. So they want me to end this with a gentle closing activation. So you're invited to close your eyes if you want to. Your self-worth will grow as you accept your mission as a light worker and everything it entails. Self-healing is the least exciting of the whole process. Some of us would rather connect to the angels and the archangels and receive the most beautiful of the highest energies and guidance. It's not one or the other, it's both. It's the hardest process because you're being asked to dismantle the program that was coded in your physical body and an aspect of your soul as you entered again the incarnation here on earth. So it's the hardest because there's no reference. You have to look for your guides. You have to look for your teachers. You have to look for your brothers and sisters, light workers. It's not mainstream yet, so everybody can elevate their frequency easily and find the right person easily. There's always some kind of research to do. And sometimes you have to work with different people so you can work on different aspects of your growth. So it's hard because there's so many layers to what we're going through right now. And at the same time, you're exposed to different lights. You're exposed to the old system that is collapsing, so the old beliefs, and you're exposed to the light. Not everyone sees both realms yet. You see them both. And you will be one of these people who will be able to say, there was a time where our subconscious mind, the matrix, the veil, the illusion was keeping us in a role of followers, in a role of child, always listening to this patriarchal system. There will come a time where you will be able to say this with peace and a certain pride of having accomplished this upgrade alongside your fellow human friends. Still, you're a light worker. So it means you do things before others. It means you're braver because you accept to say you're a light worker. You accept to do things don't even understand. You're talking about healing in a way that others haven't heard of before. And you're practicing what you are channeling. You're healing yourself in unconventional ways. And just know that your higher self and your cosmic team recognize the effort it's requiring from you, your earth self, as your higher self is just always there. So enter this zone of rapid evolution. Enter this highway. But don't let doubt dictate how you should be and what you should do. Take decisions from your heart center and know that based on this connection, the choices you will make will always lead you to an upgraded version of yourself. It will always feed the person you're becoming. So you become clearer and clearer. Whatever those steps are, whatever those actions and decisions are, if they're made from the heart, they're healing, they're teaching, they're elevating you. In the times to come, your voice, your higher self voice will become louder and louder. You will hear it anywhere. And we want you to be ready for this. We want you to not feel that you are hallucinating. It will come anytime, anywhere, so you can get redirected and supported and guided very quickly. Still, your body needs to hold this frequency. Still, you need to be confident enough so you can hold this frequency. There will be time where you will be so authentic that people might not understand fully what's happening to you and how you're leading your life. They won't. Either way, your response to the guidance you receive is what will bring you into harmony, into a grounded version of this cosmic reality that you are melding into this earth reality. Take a deep breath in, beautiful ones, and just trust. Simply trust. How are you doing? I've been here a little bit longer than I expected, but I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Again, it's hard for me to really completely channel today. This is what we will do in the Revealing the Great Shift experience starting early August. We will really make sure that your connection with your higher self and star team is clear. So you don't need anyone to tell you that what you receive is right, what you receive is wrong. Thank you, Angie. What is important, and we will talk about it Monday, is once you have really solidified your connection with your higher self and star team, and again, they're telling me solidify means that you reach a level of complete connection, which is, of course, not thank you, Anna. It's grazie, Anna. It's a never ending evolution. And they want you to know that you're supported. but you're a human being and you still need to take actions. That's what is important. So we will talk about that. We will talk about that very, very soon on Monday. And on Tuesday, let me check so you can mark your calendars. On Tuesday, we're supposed to have embracing the cosmic shift, navigating high energy times. So we will really talk about the energies right now and how to float and really move with them. And I think I will turn this conversation into a masterclass. I call them master activations or master transmissions because it's not a class, that's a term, that's a system term. That's a corporate term. I'm definitely not doing corporate stuff here. So expect that Tuesday we will spend some time together. So we get ready for the immersion starting the following day on Tuesday. But also, whether or not you decide to join on Tuesday is totally fine. I'll still come here in this group. But of course, I cannot just work with, one-on-one with each one of you. That would be impossible. Yeah, master activation or master transmission. That's how I want to call them right now. Because it's more precise than and more in details than just a transmission, even though today I could have called it a master transmission. The masters are speaking. Anyways, I'm letting you go. Feel free, if you're watching the replay, to comment, to ask questions. And I hope to see you sincerely in the experience we're starting. And if that is not something you're looking for because the investment is too big or there's too much work involved, but you still want to work with me and definitely more intimate than what we're doing here, please consider the Multidimensional Lightworker community. It's $44 a month. You have over 50 activations and 2 new ones per month. And every month I pick a person and that person randomly receives a personalized channeled guidance. So I would say that is the in-between way of connecting with me, meaning it's not as powerful and as supportive as the 28-day vortex we're opening, but it's more personalized than what we have right now because the group is smaller and because I get to know everyone. So that's beautiful. Grazie e au revoir. Hasta pronto. And I'm sending you all my love. See you very soon. Bye-bye.